So don't be discouraged by me or other people showing beyond 5 handles. You have to have something that you can reach for that's realistic. 5 handles can be done one time a day easily. You can really do it every session. Morning, afternoon, morning, afternoon, morning, afternoon, morning, afternoon, morning, afternoon. That's 10 trading opportunities per week. If you can nail down 5 handles, how many handles is that over the week? 50. Now, what if you aim for 50, but you just average around 25? Because you're learning and your strike rate, not my, your strike rate is 50-50. Are you failing? No. No. Your goal, your model is to aim for that. I have a model that I'm looking for when I was, well, I'm not trading actively Forex now, but I was looking for 50 to 75 pips every single week. I could do lots more, clearly, but it was easy for me to do it. It doesn't put pressure on me. And I have lots of ways to get it. I can get it from one setup. I can do one shot, one kill. If I don't get the one shot, one kill because I was either not on the charts or I didn't do it right or I just missed the opportunity, whatever, then I have to break that up over the course of one other trading day or multiple trading days or trading sessions. And I'm not forcing myself to go in there and try to squeeze an unrealistic expectation of 50 to 75 handles from a day that isn't likely to move that much, which is the point of what Friday's discussion was in the morning. Last trading day of the year, E-mini S&P, it's going to be an inside day. It proved to be an inside day. Now, if you can get those 5 handles one time a day and you trade Monday through Friday and you don't get caught up in trying to keep up with everybody else on YouTube or whatever other medium out there that's going to lull you into thinking that you need to be doing more because they're still doing something. Oh, this guy over here, he caught 10 handles over here. I got to get in here and do some more because it's really moving today. Stop. Listen, the banks are open from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday, unless it's a bank holiday. And there's money going in those fucking bank accounts all the time. People are going in there and making deposits and they're doing withdrawals just because that's all going on. Do you got to run to the bank? You got more money to put in the bank? You got more money to pull out of the bank just because everybody else is doing it. Stop trying to do things because you see business as usual everywhere else. That's them doing their thing. You're running your business. Your business has business hours. What is it? 8:30 to 10:30. If you stay inside those 2 hours, I promise you, all the bullshit that you're struggling with will go away. And if you just wait to the last hour, 3 o'clock to 4, that's it. There's your 3-hour work week. Do one scanning on one particular day, a medium impact news event or a high impact news event. You look 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning. If you can't find it there, wait till the afternoon. Especially if the morning is shit, you're probably gonna have a really good PM session. Something will happen real easy because it likes to give the smart money a cookie, it being the algorithm. But 5 handles, if you do that every single day, that's 25 handles a week. So you can do approach of looking for a trade, a swing trade of 25 handles to aim for it. And if you can't find it, if you're not skilled to be able to find a move like that on an hourly chart or 4-hour chart, no problem. Break it up. What happens if you get 2 12.5 handle moves? There's nothing wrong with that. You can find that on a 15-minute chart. But what happens if you don't have that much skill to do it like that either, and you're really trying to do that 1-minute chart because you don't like to be in there too long? You want to get in there, do your surgical strikes, and get out because you're scared and you haven't built up enough confidence yet. I understand, no problem. Go for 5. Personally, I go 5.25. Caleb, that's his model. He does 5.25. So once he gets 5.25, he's done. He's not looking at the charts no more. He's done. And I can't get him to sit with me anymore after that. Once he's done, he's done. I'm like, now watch this. Now, Dad, I'm done. I'm like, but I want to show him some more shit. He's like, Dad, you told me. I'm like, I know, but I just love this shit. I want you to see this. But I get really passionate about it. And even though he's still growing in his understanding, I want him to be sick, like a monster. Like I want to take what I have in my head and put it in him. And with his youth, and he has a lot of the things that I have too. Like you tell him no, he's going to find a way to do it. You tell him he can't, he's going to find 12 ways he can. So I know if I can instill what I know in him, he will make me look like a neophyte because he has the time doing more of what I already know. It's very hard for me to manage it because I don't want to push too hard and like drive him nuts, but I also don't want to be so hands off that he limits himself. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm an ICT and dad competing to be the better of the each. You know, I want to be the best dad I can by not forcing it on him, and I want to be typical me, ICT, where I want to cram it down your throat, and it's over and over and over and over again, too much, and now you're choking on it, and you're going to have it my way, you know. So it's very hard for me to manage that. So, but as a 5 handle trader, that's a realistic expectation for you to have. And if you're really, really new, by doing tape reading, you can grow in your confidence and say, okay, I see a setup that might yield 5 handles. But what happens if I go in and I get in the move and I get out with 2 3/4 and I just get out and I watch it go to 5? And then I do the same thing in the afternoon. Guess what that is? It's 5 handles. And you don't have that much time in the marketplace. It lets you get in, get out. It rewards you and you grow in your confidence. Is there something wrong with that? No. Not if you are so new as a trader that your experience level doesn't permit you the confidence or comfort, let's say it that way, to be in the risk that's associated with being in the market live. So you put your toe in the water, you feel if it's too hot, if it's moving around real quick, you go in, get your 2 3/4 move, and then bail out and watch and see if it goes to the 5 handles. And if it does, you'll grow in your confidence. Okay, if I just would have held on to it, it would have done that. Not thinking, oh, I wish I would have held on to it. Why'd I do that? No, see, it's how you log and journal. You retain the positives and you don't record any of the negative stuff. Because when you record it in your journal, negative, your subconscious retains that. And you anchor a toxic event around something you're trying to grow as a positive investment for your life. So you're shooting yourself in the foot, basically. You're trying to turn something you've been motivated to do for a positive thing, you're turning it toxic without realizing it. So that's why you're sugarcoating all of your journal experiences. You want it to be a love story to yourself. You're writing a love note to yourself every trading day, and you're doing it through charts. You're showing charts and you're putting little, I love what I'm doing. This is great that I can see this. And you're retaining that. Your brain loves that kind of stuff. Your brain loves it. It releases chemicals into your body that remembers it better than just the static memory of it alone. Think about it. When you went to a movie, maybe you've already seen this movie, okay? And you went there and you saw it with your friends. You saw it was all right, okay? And you're meeting this girl or significant other, and they say, hey, look, I really would like to see this movie. And you're thinking, oh, fuck, I've already seen this movie. All right, well, they want to go. I don't want to be a jerk. Let's just go with them. And you go to the movie and you have a great time. They're holding their hand and they're, the experience there. And now all of a sudden that movie has a positive attachment to your memory versus, yeah, I saw it. It was all right. Now you got somebody that's nice to you, that smells next to you. It's like beautiful. And it's a totally different experience. And now you add to it what? All the embellishments of what happens after the movie without being crude. And it doesn't necessarily mean the bedroom either. Going to a dinner, taking a walk and saying that was a great movie. I love having time with you. All those things are positive things that you're remembering. When you break up with people, as painful as it is to think about the things that caused that breakup, when you're not with them and they come to mind, what do you think of? I miss them when I used to do this with them. And you miss that. You ache because you made what? A positive memory about that moment with that person. And every time you think about that song when it comes on, that's why it hurts. Because you can't plug into that good feeling anymore. You've been cut off. So you don't ever want to invite that shit in your journaling. Journaling is always positive. You never, ever, ever say anything negative in your journaling, ever. Even if you did something wrong, you say, okay, this was an amazing opportunity for me to get the insights for when the market does this. You see how I just did there? I discharged and disarmed any possible chance for me to look at that losing trade or an idea that I thought would have panned out in the marketplace that was, perfect example, CPI. You saw two instances where I co-signed. I didn't have to do it, but I wanted to prove to you this is what I would expect right now, and it didn't do it. It just went right up the other way, or other way, going down. There was another time earlier in the summer where I did it where Caleb was right next to me, and literally was like, wow, that was so quick. But that same instance, I was right about it, but I wouldn't touch it. So that speed of movement and price action on those types of events, if you're wrong, the way you disarm that is say, okay, this is why we don't trade ahead of the CPI number, because it's too violent, it's too one-sided, and it's unforgiving. You can't trade your way out of it. You can't fix it. When the damage is done, it's like a neutron bomb, just boom, it's gone. All living organisms are evaporated. Everything else looks the same except for any living organism is gone. So you don't want to vanquish your trading career on one trading event like a CPI number. And you don't also want to stifle your development by recording highly emotional negativity in your journal entries. And it's easy to do. You feel like you want to do it. Don't go on social media and complain either. Oh, stupid so-and-so. Or I made a stupid mistake. I fucked up doing this, doing that. When you do that, you release it and it comes out of you. You think you let go of it, but your subconscious has got a lifeline to that. And it's anchored to your subconscious, and you will not cut it off. And the next time you get in the marketplace, what's going to happen is, all right, I'm getting in a trade. Oh shit, this feels like that last time it did this and this and this, and I, took a bigger hit than I was supposed to. I'm scared. Now you're worried about having a repeat of that same toxic event. That's normal with trading. You're going to have a losing trade. You're going to do something wrong. That's normal. Okay. Every one of us is doing it wrong. Okay. Every single one of us is going to have that. It doesn't mean you can't trade. It doesn't mean you're not profitable. It doesn't mean you have a good system or not a good system. It just means that you're human. But when you get in that trade and now you're starting to think about that other time when I was at band camp and you know what I mean? That whole bad experience. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody that went to band camp, but no, I didn't go to band camp. But if you look at the logic of referring back to another trade while you're in that trade, are you managing that trade? No. You're managing fear about another trade that you can't make more on or lose more on. So your mind's divided. So the way you avoid all that shit is not to give it any energy in your journal. You take every experience, positive or negative, profitable or negative, a loss, and you make it an instructive, positive installment in your development. When does your development stop? When you're dead. I'm improving myself day by day, week by week. I'm a better mentor today than I was when I first started teaching as a young man before I should have been teaching. I'm not the best. In fact, I know I'm not the best mentor. I'm not. My trading is the best and my ability to read prices is the best, but I'm not the best teacher. I wish I was better than I am. And I'm trying to be better than I am. But, I guess we'll find out if this is an improvement in 2023 or not. But that 5 handles is plenty. And you can split it up and make your whole 25 handle career on multiple trades or one individual trade in the morning that gets 5 handles and you're done for the whole day. That releases you from all of the expectations of being in front of these charts longer than it's necessary, which is good. You want to limit that. So if you get your trade with 5 handles when you're first starting out, turn the charts off. Look at everything afterwards in hindsight. Don't be lured into doing more because something moves around quick. You don't want to add to what's already been given to you, and that's your goal. Stop. That's what profitable trading is. Having a goal, a business model. Okay. We call it a trading model, but it's a business model. Foot Locker don't go out there and say, you know what, we're doing so well selling shoes. We need to get into the fucking pizza business. Let's start selling pizzas and burritos. Because who wouldn't want a fucking Foot Locker burrito, right? That shit don't work. Okay. You're not going to upset the model that works for them. Okay. And vice versa. You have a model, you sit down, you've done all the work, you built yourself up, you're learning this, and now you settled in, you're going to look for 5 handles in the E-mini S&P or the NASDAQ, one or the other. I'm preferring ES, and I think you should do that too. If you want to go into NQ later on when you have more, ability, that's fine. But when it moves fast, it can be wild and it can hurt you. It's a little bit more chaotic. So just be mindful of that. Don't be afraid of it, but in the beginning, respect it, because if you don't know what you're doing, it can sting you. But you want to have that business model of knowing, when are you going to stop? See, when I go into live streamers all the time, I'll ask them, I say, hey, look, I asked this of Trades by Matt. I asked it by Corbs. I asked it by 2 other YouTubers, and they ignored me in there because I know why. They don't want to talk to me because they think I'm in there trying to make fun of them. I'm not. I respect anybody that's doing a live stream. I would never go in there and try to be disruptive about anything like that, because number one, it takes a lot of focus and it's a dick move, and 2, I can respect the fact that they're doing it, because there isn't a lot of people that are willing to get out there and literally live stream. So that is ballsy. In anybody that does it, that they got my respect, even if they blow up all the time and blow their accounts and go to maximum loss multiple times in the same week. It's still respectful that they do it. I want to ask them questions like, hey, when do you stop? What draws the line in the sand? Say, okay, I'm not trading anymore today. I've done enough, either because of the loss or the win. Like, how do you get to the point of contentment where you no longer feel that it's needed for you to be in front of the charts? Have you even considered that in your development, in your building of your trading plan? Because it's easy to see, oh, it's early. I've already got my 10 handles for the day. That's 2 days work. That's 2 days of work. What do you think? You're going to go in there again? Because that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to think the market's on fire. You got to push your edge until it's dull and you lost what you made and more. Plus commissions. Don't you feel smart? Twitter can get you hurt by people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Your business model is only profitable when you follow it. Your trading plan is only profitable when you follow it. Your wife, your husband, your significant other, your children, your dependents, your best friends, your coworkers, your boss, and ICT, we're not going to be there to help you press the button and manage it and tell you when to stop. That's personal responsibility. And all of that rests on your shoulders. And if you're not in tune with the things that will lure you into dumb shit, gambling, going in there one more time, you got a good day, you made $1,000. You didn't try to make $1,000. It just happened, fell right in your hands. Don't look at that as, oh shit, I'm way better than I thought I was. Fuck, I've been thinking about this all this time, thinking I wasn't that great. Look how good I am. I'm gonna go out there and do this 5 more times, because shit, that's $6,000. Who doesn't want a $6,000 day? And then all of a sudden you're looking at your account, it's gone. I've done that. I've done that. Okay, so you have to know when you're going to pull the plug. What changes the landscape, if you will, of the chart that says, you know what, it might move a little bit more, but I'm not interested anymore. I'm done. And that's going to piss people off. I'm like, well, why do you? And there, you'll see them. They'll come in afterwards. Oh, but look at this move here that you didn't take, and I took this trade. Good for you. Well done. Good for you. I'm not going to shoot that down, but don't come at me because you found something that outside what I'm willing to take a trade on. That doesn't mean shit. It just means that you found a setup and you engaged it. Well done. That's exactly what traders are supposed to do. Find an independent setup that they took on themselves and they manage the risk. And if it was profitable, great. The point is, I'm teaching people that don't know what the fuck they're doing. How do you go into this and do it right? How do you avoid all the likely pitfalls and snares that always trip up the neophyte new startups? See, you don't even know what you're likely to fall a victim to because you're too new. You have no idea how you're going to hurt yourself because you've never done it before. You got to learn from somebody that's done those things to themselves and learn from them. Not, yeah, just learn how to trade. I'm funded. Let me show you how to do. Fuck that. No way. No, 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 no way. I don't want a new surgeon cutting on me. Okay. Yeah, this guy's great. He was the highest in our class, the graduating class. He got the highest grades. This is his first operation. The fuck it is. Not with me, it ain't. Goodbye. I'm out of there. See you later. Give me some old guy, okay, or old lady that's been doing it for a long time. I don't give a shit, okay? They can shake their hands a little bit even, okay? I'll rather have that instead of the person just came out of school. No, thank you. You don't have it yet. I'm not letting you cut me up. So when you're listening to someone that's teaching you, you don't want new experience teaching you. New experience is something to observe. You can appreciate it from afar where it can't hurt you, but you do not allow that to control any of your finances or the decisions thereof. Okay, because as good as anyone might be, because when I first came out, once I hit the ground running and got over the initial shock and awe of not knowing what the hell I was doing, I got a good lick in the marketplace. And outwardly looking in, you would have thought I had everything figured out. And to be honest with you, I thought I did too, because the market just kept going up. And as a 20-year-old, man, that's the worst thing that can ever happen, is because now you think you figured it out. Let me be honest with you. I loathe, I can't fucking stand when people call me the GOAT or the king, okay? And please don't ever refer to me as a GOD. I'm not. It pisses me off. If I see it, I'm going to delete you and ban your account, okay? I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's cute. It pisses me the fuck off. So why? Why do I have this disdain for that? Number one, everybody else wants to be called that, and undeservingly. I believed I was when I was 20. I believed I was. And in 9 months of luck, gone. Instantly. Reality check. And 1993 was that year, it sucked in a lot of ways because it bursted a bubble in me that I thought was ballooning up. And the reality and weight of everything came crashing down on me when I realized that I could not trade as well as I thought I could have. And I struggled with my online persona because, here I was, I'm an inner circle trader in the making, but then I was Ox, OX. Okay, that was my moniker on America Online. And as a young man with a chip on his shoulder that neither one of my parents were able to show an interest in me, I felt like I had to prove constantly, prove. And a lot of you get pissed off, like, dude, why you keep trying to prove? Listen, as much as you might be meaning to be nice about that, and some of you also are being dicks about it because, like, dude, we get it. You're not going to fix me, okay? So stop trying to mother me. Don't tell me that, stop trying to prove, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, fuck you, okay? Because it's built into me. It's a scar. I can't fix it. I know I'm never going to, satisfy it, but I can't stop being this way because it's obsessive, and I wrestle with it. See, the people that casually come into my Twitter and they see this kind of stuff, or they behavior, they listen to these tweets, or not tweets, but these Twitter spaces, and they want to do a psychological evaluation on me. Okay, fuck your psychological evaluation. Okay, I don't give a fuck about your assessment on me. Okay, you're not going to fix me. You're not going to change me, and I don't give a fuck if you unfollow. I don't care. I'm here to share what I know. If you don't like what the fuck I'm saying, get up the fucking road. I'm not charging you. But don't try to give me your psycho evaluation babble bullshit, because none of that's going to do anything except for piss me off. And then I'm going to, cut you off and take an opportunity for you to become better at something, and I'd remove it from you. Now, you could start another account, and that's fine. But what generally happens is they get pissed off saying, this guy's an asshole, an arrogant piece of shit. I don't give a fuck about him. And then they join the bandwagon of other people and other channels, and they say, yeah, he's an asshole. Okay, whatever. I'm still sleeping this way and you ain't changing it. But when I was 20, I felt like I was the greatest of all time, the GOAT. That was stupidity. It's dumb. There is no fucking GOAT in trading. Okay. There is no GOAT. There is no kings. Everybody in here makes and loses money, but nobody is as precise as me. And that does not make me the greatest of all time. It just makes me blessed. I know where it came from. I know whose hand it is. And I don't deserve it. So we'll leave it at that and not turn into a Bible study. But when you go beyond the scope of a 5-handle model and you open yourself up to letting the trades run, what you'll find is you'll take half off at 5 handles and let it run to a higher time frame objective. And what would that be like? Well, yesterday, because I knew the detractors out there that would take what I say and say, okay, 5 handles, 5 handles. You know, that's all you can do. I'm trading hundreds of handles. My examples are hundreds of handles. Okay, so that's 400 ticks, not 20 and 30 ticks and calling it superiority. It's not. It's a growth period that you're going to have to go through. Nobody's going to walk out there watching a YouTube video from ICT or anybody else and know how to consistently find 100 plus handle moves in the indices. You're not. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to be scared. And that's normal. And you see a lot of educators, because I know I see them, they talk a lot, a big game about knowing this and knowing that, and they can do this, they can do that. But when you watch them do their live streams, their stop placements are all erratic if they use any of them. And many times their stop is opening themselves up to bigger risk, and they're trying to get like 2 handles or 3 handles. To me, that communicates what? They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. So they have no business teaching anyone. So the logic is flawed. It's lacking. So you have to choose your source very carefully. If they can't collectively bring together a logic and only frame the trade ideas in that logic and use a stop loss and manage a stop loss the same way each and every time, then they don't know how to do what? Follow a model. They're not disciplined. And they're not aiming for something. Like, look at the examples I'm showing you. 4 to 1, 10 to 1, 12 to 1. You can afford to get those losing trades when you're aiming for things like that. But you can't go out there looking for those setups right away, because you have to grow into your understanding about what it is the markets are doing.